Alright, so now we will move on to my personal favourite video, or at least part of my personal favourite video. Mashed Bandicoot Part 1. Yeah, this is without a doubt the thing I'm most proud of making ever. I'm probably going to have a lot to say on this video, so there's going to be parts I'm going to talk over. I'm probably going to talk like all the way through this video, so let's just hurry up and go. April 5th, 2015. That was the date Five Nights at Foster's was uploaded. I knew I didn't want to just use the clip from Five Nights at Foster's. I wanted to change it a bit, cut that Cortex animation out properly.
Your twin brother. Wow. Starting with a flashback.
Yeah. And this intro bit was so fun to do as well. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I'm really happy with how good this video looks actually. The editing isn't sloppy anywhere. Well, maybe in a couple places. Oh man, I remember putting this video together. It was so much fun to do a fully fledged story video.
Well, I don't care.
Just a load of things in the background on the screen there. God, I spent so long on all the edits in this video. Oh yeah, and I did just have some animations cut out for Cortex, so that I could just make him say whatever I wanted with the lip sync stuff. Certain animations. I tried not to use it too much, because otherwise people would notice. They're just like, oh, you're just using the same animation over and over again. But yeah, and I used a lot of music from the SpongeBob movie PC game, which I will do a gaming video about at some point. This was a fun scene. The news broadcast scene. I like that joke, not a doctor, Mario Head, and then he says, hey, I got a PhD. Oh yeah, and that's taken from the IT crowd. All those quotes from Matt Berry, I think his name is.
To open the time
Here we go.
window, simply start. Have a time.
This was so much fun. I have such good memories of putting this together.
I see a great big threatening butt, which should never ever be
That animation worked so well with what he was saying as well. This is a Skook's reference. But yeah, and I decided to use the penguins a lot, the Madagascar penguins.
Like a party, except without the party.
Yeah, and I like the idea of having Mario and Crash in the same scene. So I thought, I gotta do something with that. They've got to interact with each other in some way. Oh, and that Cortex falling bit, that took so long to cut out. I remember staying up for ages trying to cut that animation out.
Playing the Ocarina of Time.
Oh yeah, and I remember that he wasn't originally going to say Ocarina of Time. I was going to get somebody else to say it for him, but I decided I might as well just make them to say it.
Dance now! How much would you expect?
And this scene was fun. In fact, all of it was fun to do. There wasn't a single bit I didn't like doing. I saw this on one of Beta M's videos, on his Breaking to Insanity video. Of this bit, and I thought, absolutely have to use that. Oh, yeah, and you'll notice I put the watermark in black and white as well, just so it wouldn't be out of place. Yeah, and you'll notice Robotnik has a shadow there, because Cortex has a shadow, so I just thought, well, he's got to have a shadow, otherwise it will look weird. It was this video where I started to do a lot of shadowing stuff. A lot of the text has, like, blurred outlines. It was when I was getting into using the blur effect a lot more.
I think he's dead.
Oh yeah, and I cut that out, that I think he's dead, from one of PBG's videos. That was before I actually got the font he uses. So I just cut it out of his video. I knew I wanted the minions to be a big part in this video. Oh yeah, because I had like a whole set of quotes from Cortex. So it was very easy to sentence make him to say whatever I wanted. This was fun, this scene, the totally cool bit. And that shot, I was so happy with how that shot looked with the perspective things of things closer, moving faster, and it just looks so good.
I'm just trolling.
I remember, because I saw that advert on TV and I thought, I can't use the word Doominator, can they? Surely that's like trademarked or something from Crash of the Titans, but it's not. Why would it be? I wanted him to like go to places that they'd already been, sort of like on SpongeBob movie where like Dennis is like riding through the places that SpongeBob and Patrick had already been previously. Oh yeah, and this was another scene that I did And I thought, I don't really know how to fit this into the story, so I just thought I'd put it in this like kind of flashback bit where he was recruiting people. Oh, this scene was fun. I remember I was actually putting this scene together when I was on holiday last August. So like a year ago from the time you're watching this, because if you're watching this on August 1st, I am actually on holiday right now. That joke with the Wilhelm scream, or with the Wilhelm scream, whatever you call it, with the thing falling from the vending machine. That was something a friend of mine once said at college. They said somebody should make a vending machine that plays the Wilhelm scream every time something falls. So I decided to do it in a YouTube poop. Oh yeah, Lord Minion 778. That's a reference to Lord Minion 777, also known as Wade. Oh yeah, I knew I wanted to do that. I knew I wanted to almost do a 9/11 joke. And then a lot of people were saying like, I avoided doing a 9/11 joke, and then I do a Hindenburg joke. This is playing so loud in my earphones, I can't actually hear my own voice. I hope the microphone's picking it up. But yeah, a lot of people didn't notice that my watermark changed from NP Carlson to MLG Carlson there. I said this February, and it wasn't until halfway through March. Yeah, I figured I'd put those four there because they kind of keep you up to date with the story. And that bit that's playing behind the word secret, that's the love train scene from the next video. Because I had that scene done by the time I finished this, so I thought I'll use that scene. I'm not going to watch the next time trailer because I don't actually have it, because it's on my laptop and I'm watching these on the computer. So, yeah, that was Mash Bandicoot Part 1, and I was so happy with that, and that got such a great response when I uploaded it on January 1st. And it's crazy to think that was January 1st, and now it's August. Well, it will be August when you're watching this. Or later than August, obviously. But that's so weird to think that that was so long ago. Because it really doesn't seem like that long ago at all I made that video. And it was well over 6 months ago. Yeah, and there's the first instance of me using the intro.
Who says a penguin can't fly?
It was really fun putting all these shots together, putting things in the background, putting all the effects on. That's probably one of my favourite things to do in editing, actually, like, making your own scene. Yeah, this was another one of those things where I made this scene first and I thought, how do I put it in the story though? That's from Ratchet & Clank Size Matters. So I remember that scene. Because I like that quote, if you don't like the sight of blood, you might want to close your eyes.
This train is for circumcised animals only.
Circumcised animals only.
What we need is a little...
Oh yeah, I put about that on Twitter, that Robotnik's face looked kind of like I Hate Cheese face.
How could this happen to me?
Yeah, right.
I feel like I have lost my testicles.
Yeah, that was a very early on thing, noticing that Tiny Tiger from Crash Nitro Kart and the Heavy have very similar voices. That was fun, doing stuff with Markiplier, and then he became like a part of the story pretty much. Yeah, this was the one scene that I was like, I don't really know what to think of it. I think it was just one of the scenes that was just like, it didn't need to be there, it wasn't a necessary part of the story, but I just wanted to do it anyway. And there's the first instance of the Jacksepticeye animated version I did. I am still making that, by the way. A lot of this was just me just adding random stuff in, just for the sake of it. It wasn't as formulated as the rest of the scenes. But yeah, and I used a lot of comments from people in this video. I like that bit, doing the one thug life and then you get an extra life. That bit was really hard to cut out, that minion coming down on the crane thing. I knew I had to because there wasn't any other way around it.
Fuck you, doctor! I didn't like you now! Need any help?
But yeah, and I had that idea of Mario Head in a papoose with Robotnik, but I just thought, I don't know where to put it in the video, so I just decided to put it there in the background.
Anyone ever told you that you look like a dildo?
But yeah, and this was an idea I came up with really early on, to have Engine be somewhat infatuated with Grounder for no reason. Also, that water that I've used in a few shots actually, pretty much any shot with water, I used that water. That was actually stuff I filmed, because I thought that water looks really good, so I'm just going to use it in the video. I just needed something to break up this bit between Grounder and Grounder. Oh yeah, and there's the Spyro animation from Emil Krebs-Sorensen. And because they made that and then they linked me to it, and I thought this is perfect. Can I use this in a YouTube poop? And then it was like a year went by before I actually did, but I had planned to do it in this scene for ages. And I'm glad that they were really happy that I had used it. Yeah, this was a story idea I had way early on of Robotnik betraying Cortex and trying to take over. Oh yeah, I remember this bit.
He is a far more dangerous enemy than anyone can imagine.
Sorry, I thought I heard something. This was filmed at my aunt's house, like outside. Because that's... When I was like thinking of this scene, I imagined it there. So I decided I'm just going to go there and film and actually use that in the video. This was an idea I had early on, having this song from Scrubs.
There was a hatred I had never felt before.
I just thought it worked so well. This was just a Robotnik's theme remix I did.
Crash may have collected all the
Oh
gems,
god, that's loud.
but he doesn't have the gems.
It's funny because I can sort of like remember where I was when I was editing some of this. I mean, a lot of it I was editing here in my bedroom, but like sometimes when I was just like I stayed at my dad's house for the weekend, I remember editing this scene when I was over there. It's weird how you remember where you were when you were editing certain bits.
I was 8 years old and the most fucking beautiful student in the academy.
Yeah, this sort of bit didn't make that much sense story-wise, that they actually knew each other when they were children. I don't know how it works, it's weird. That actually does say Senpai noticed me. If you translate it, you'll find out it does say that.
You'll never get away with this. We'll see about that.
Yeah, I loved it when, like, quotes worked together and you could make a conversation. Oh yeah, and I just have, like, random things in the background there. Like, there was a noose, and then there was a disco ball.
What the fuck?
And there's the Cortex on the beach again, just slightly there in the background. I think I had SpongeBob in the background at one point too. Oh my god, this scene.
Why would you do this?
I remember when I was making this scene,
My brother.
I was having a really depressing day. There were so many things going wrong and I was just like really upset. And then I made this, I was started to make this scene and it just cheered me right up. I had so much fun making this scene. And it made my day so much better.
I don't know why I'm bothering to release you.
Yeah, I didn't really know what to do for that shot, because I couldn't get rid of the background properly, so I just thought, let's pretend he's playing Pac-Man. I don't know what the joke is there.
Come here.
Yeah, I thought that bit was weird, because you have a cartoon Cortex, and then a 3D Robotnik.
Much too sentimental.
I used to run this operation.
Oh, that was... I knew I had to do that joke, the get dunked on thing. Because
I need you to keep Crash.
in fact, I had that idea before I actually saw that bit on Undertale, and I thought, oh my god, that's so like it, because Sans is actually like, come here buddy, and then he kills him. This was complicated, but it was so worth it, because it looks good. And as you can see, Mr. Krabs' heart thing isn't a heart, it's a pickle, because souls are pickles. But yeah, and I had that idea of actually using the watermark in part of the video. But yeah, and I remember editing this scene. I actually edited it in the car, because I just desperately wanted to get this scene done by the end of the day. So I was editing it in the car journey. Oh yeah, and the music in the background here worked so well, it like transitioned into each bit so well. Because like it was that music from the Wall-E video game, and then it went into the music in the background of that SpongeBob episode, and then it went into this song. And I thought, wow, that transitioned so well. Yeah, and I had it slowly fade into clouds because it just looked better with the chroma key for Mr. Krabs having a blue background. And that Japanese text actually says, "Friendship is magic." And I brought the clams back from Krabs Reels and Banana Shit Sandwich. Oh, it was so much fun doing this. And then, surprise, surprise, Mr. Krabs dies. That rhymed. That was a comment I actually found on the video, the cutscenes for Crash Nitro Kart. In the comments of that video, somebody said he thought he said that. So I decided to use that in the video. This bit wasn't cut out very well. Some of this looks kind of rubbish. And this bit was actually taken from one of my old videos on my old channel, Crash Bandicoot. I did a parody of the SpongeBob movie with Crash Bandicoot characters, and that was literally just taken from that. So you can go watch that if you want. I like that quote too, time to drop the bass of doom. That was just because I cut out Cortex without his hair, because I was going to do his hair separately, and then I couldn't be bothered to put it back in, so I just said he got a haircut, don't bully him. And then the gun lands in front of Crash, because Crash has literally done nothing this entire video, he hasn't helped in any way, so I thought he's got to be the one who tries to kill Cortex at the end. And yes, those annotations don't do anything, and they never will.
Cortex, Robotnik, or Mario Head. Let's hit Robotnik. Robotnik. Oh wait, it's a lie.
Oh yeah, this was originally going to be a different song. It was going to be like a kind of piano song, but then I watched that scene from Anchorman 2, with the slow motion car crash scene, and it has this song, and I thought, oh yeah, I'll use that song and do kind of a reference to Anchorman 2. Oh yeah, this was a pretty fun scene to do, trying to look through all the cutscenes of Crash Bandicoot, trying to find like machines blowing up and things like that. Sudden extreme close-up, I told you to get used to it. Oh, that works so perfectly. Oh yeah, and these were all the comments where people had said, I died, like I died at this part of the video, and stuff like that, so I just thought, I'll do a memorial thing. And here's the song again. Yeah, this song is just a song from I Am Bread, but mixed with like the Mario Brothers theme tune near the end. Yeah, and I did like a special thanks thing as well. And thanks Jacksepticeye and Shia LaBeouf for motivation. That's not a joke, they literally did motivate me to keep going with this video.
I just love sharing a cozy
I knew I had to do this, have it kind of reference to that episode. Well, sort of a reference to Crash Bandicoot, the banana shit sandwich, really. But I thought that's a perfect way to end it. And then the Inception bit from the trailer as well, just to put it right at the end. So there it was, Mash Bandicoot Part 1 and 2. Definitely my absolute favourite videos that I've ever made, and probably will be my favourites for a long time to come. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with them. Very, very happy. I'm very proud of them. And you know, as time goes on, I'm going to make bigger and better videos, I'm sure, but I think the 1K subspecial Mash Bandicoot will always hold a special place in my heart, those videos. Because I remember where I was when I was making them all the different scenes. I remember coming up with ideas for the story. I remember doing different edits and coming up with great ideas. Putting a consistent, coherent storyline together was one of the coolest things in the world, and having these different characters from all these different universes interact with each other. And I actually made a fairly good story out of it. I mean, yes, it's somewhat based on the storyline of Crash of the Titans a little bit, but it is kind of got its own elements to it. I put plot twists and things like that. It was just so much fun to put together. It was an absolute blast, and it will, for at least a very, very long time to come, be my favourite video, my magnum opus, the thing I'm most proud of that I've ever made. Not just on this channel, not just in terms of YouTube poop, but in my entire life. It is the thing I am most proud of. And I don't think that my love for that video and the sheer effort I put into that video and the fun that I had with that video will never go away. And I think that's something that I've really got to remember with every new video I make, that if I'm not having fun with it, then it's pointless. It's got to be fun, and that was so much fun. It really was. It was the best time putting that together. And there was all the teasers and the trailers, people getting anxious about it, people waiting for it, there was like fan art about it and things like that. Oh, it was so amazing. And I know it took ages and ages to put together, but it was so worth it, and everyone said it was really worth the wait. It was so amazing. I don't think any video I make from now on will ever live up to the sheer joy that I had when making that video, and just how proud of it I am. It just won't. But that's not to say that every video I make from now on is going to be bad, because I'm obviously going to put my all into every video I make, and I really have to remember that. Not just to put effort in, but just to do what's fun. And because this is the greatest thing to do. Honestly, making videos is something that I've always loved doing, and it's something that I'm so glad I can do for thousands of people now. It's the best feeling in the world. It really, really is. And I wish I was just saying this just to make me seem like a good person. Well, I don't wish that. Why would I wish that? But I'm being 100% honest here. It is so amazing. For my whole life, I've loved making videos, and now I can every single day. It's just brilliant, and it's all thanks to you guys. It honestly is. So thank you so much. Thank you.